Hello everybody and welcome to Joe and Al Play Kerbal Space Program. Today, I'm Al.
To learn.
Oh,
Not
did we?
play.
I'll do it again. Hello everybody welcome to Joe and Al Play Oh no. Hello everybody. Hello everybody and welcome to Joe and Al Learn Kerbal Space Program.
I'm Joe.
I'm Al, and today we're definitely going to land our Orlander on the Mun.
Orlando. Isn't this thing hurtling towards the Mun now, or do we get this stable in orbit and save?
Nope, we didn't. Everything's bad. I don't even know what that was. Okay. What's the button to load? F9, right?
Thank you all. It's been fun. We'll see you next week. I'm just gonna say that now. There's no way any of this is working. The front part had popped off. I don't know why. You hit space.
That's probably why.
I don't understand where we are. What's happening?
We're doing real bad. We need to get back into orbit and save in orbit.
We didn't save in orbit? Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Look.
Are we gonna make it out? Okay.
I have to say, I mean, I'm happy to be here. This is always great fun, but I was not looking forward to this because I mean, this is such a sticky wicket and such an annoying.
What's our thing that gives us the? Somebody was saying in the Kerbin, you'll get your burn, and I don't have it.
Your what?
The suicide burn.
So I think you have to be intercepting you have to actually have a orbit that lands. Hey, not an orbit that ends on a planet.
It still should be in the list.
No, I think it pops
right?
up. I think it pops up. I think we've done this before.
Okay.
I think.
We're gonna go retro to orbit. We are still in. Okay. We are just burning.
Are we?
Retrograde to orbit. Yes.
Oh.
To kill our speed to 0.
You weren't! The dial was down!
The enemy's gate is down, Joe.
I don't know what that means.
You haven't seen Ender's Game? Or Red Ender's Game?
No.
Oh, okay.
I never had any interest.
I also never had any interest. Because I heard the premise ahead of time, I was like, well, this sounds dumb.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? Like, I knew what the sort of big reveal was at the end, and then my wife went to buy a car at the Suzuki dealership, and I was stuck there for the day, and I had Ender's Game with me, and I just read it that day because I didn't want her to buy the car. I was very upset that she was buying that car.
What the hell does that have to do with... You know what? I'm just gonna let that... Sure.
It was, buying a brand new car is not a good financial decision when you're 20.
So, to stop her from doing this, you read Ender's Game.
Oh, no, that wasn't to stop her. I was just like, well, her dad's here, and we're not married yet, so he's, like, obviously the one she's gonna listen to.
Right. Because now that you're married, she listens to you all the time?
She listens to me more than she listens to her dad, because she realizes he gives her bad advice about her life.
Like buy a new car?
Yeah, this is a great deal. This Suzuki will be great. Go into debt for 6 years with a $200 a month payment. That's what my dad sounds like. So we have our
suicide burn.
My father-in-law, I'm sorry, not my dad. My dad's awesome. He taught me not to do that kind of thing. He was like, son, new cars, bad idea. Never owned one in my life.
Okay, so at 8,000, if we burn...
Full bore.
Yes.
That should be good. Now, that number is changing a little bit.
Well, because we're not quite headed straight down yet. We never got to 0 for it to be like, this is it. Also, it just changes. I cannot use these numbers to actually do a suicide burn yet. But they are a good indicator, because we're always like, should we start deaccelerating now? And this now when we start? That's what we sound like. It's a good indicator of when you should start that burn.
Okay.
I would say. I would also take it off of retrograde, because that's going to cause problems when we get closer. Remember, it switches.
I keep telling you that it switches off automatically, and you don't believe me. Yes,
because I've always had it happen to me. Things always go wrong.
So the suicide burn distance is going down.
Yep.
Oh no, it went up again. Now okay, why? Why did that just happen? That's horrifying. Now I don't know what to do.
Now it's right.
Is it?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna start burning at like 7. It is taking us to 0 rather quickly, so maybe we were safer closer to 4. Okay. Okay. They're also
better safe than sorry though. That's our motto.
Now, what's our real height? Where's that at? On here? I'm too scared to look at. Or is it this thing? Surface?
Surface.
Okay.
Name. Pet count? Oh, part count. 0 of 80. What does that mean?
0, baby.
0, baby. Air intake. Thrust torque.
So suicide burn distance is going down.
Yeah.
And that seems to be correct.
It does actually seem because we
tried it when it told us initially, and it was like, no, we're good now still. I guess, and we have a save we can load to if we need to.
Oh, we do?
I mean, the one where we're kind of crashing, but not quite. Okay, now I don't trust it anymore.
I also don't trust it.
It's like, you're fine at 600 feet. Maybe I am. You know what? Maybe.
Maybe trusting data called with the word suicide in it isn't the best. Now, I'll be damned, though. We keep proving ourselves wrong.
This is why we overbuild, Joe.
Yes. Yes. And build incorrectly. This is why. Okay, now it's like burn at 0. Burn when you've crashed.
We did say suicide in the name. I don't know why you're surprised by this.
Like 90 would be... Oh, you know what? We're using the wrong distance.
Okay. I'm just gonna land.
Okay, fancy guy. Oh, gee, look, you're...
Yeah,
but it didn't do it automatically like you always say it will.
It didn't flip yet. We haven't...
Bum, 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 bum. Nope, we're going up.
I realize that, Joe.
I love when I backseat spacecraft. Ah! Oh no!
Alright, well... I should have turned RCS on sooner. I think that would have helped.
Oh yeah, RCS loves you.
It does.
Probably should just gun it when you see a crater you want to land in.
I am gunning it. I've been gunning it this whole time. Welcome to the Gunning It Show.
There's your title.
No, the title's going to be something that's very SEO friendly, like how to land your Covert-O-Tron on the moon.
The title card?
Yes. There we go. The title, the thumbnail can be something more fun. Until YouTube starts reading the thumbnails, be like, well, the text in your thumbnail didn't match up with the text. I've been unscrewing my head and like pouring in a bunch of SEO knowledge about like how YouTube is listening to the video now and saying like, well, you didn't say the topic of the video at the beginning, so we're not gonna rank you. We know that you said that in the title of the video was about landing on the mun, but
do we say landing on the mun a lot?
Landing on the mun. Let's say landing on the mun a lot, Joe, for the SEO.
Landing on the mun a lot.
Landing on the mun with your Covert-O-Tron.
Landing on the mun with your Covert-O-Tron. Suicide burns. Suicide burns. Suicide burns.
Apparently, this is what they want. Forget about content. Just say the words over and over again, and they'll put you on the search results. Content does not matter, Joe.
It's great. We're gonna get is a Suzuki a good good insurance, good investment. Oh
no, yes, say insurance a lot. Let's get those ads on here. Insurance is the most valuable ad buy that you can get. If you can rank for insurance topics somehow and get people buying insurance advertising on your video, that is the money making way to do it right there.
Okay, so see 3,000, 2,000, but we have to use the altitude at the top.
Yep, I got you. But the suicide burn distance is going down still.
But not as fast as they'll match up. I mean, in theory. Again, I don't actually know how to do this, but
Thanks for the help. I don't have any idea how to do this, but here's what you need to do.
That's what we've been told to do.
Have you been reading all of the comments that talked about my story that the different size infinities are real?
Yes. And I've understood none of them.
Yeah, I didn't expect... Like, people are like, okay, the suicide burn distance is negative now. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Why is it negative?
We're crashing because we had to. I don't understand the suicide burn. Let's not look at the suicide burn quite so much.
Maybe when it gets to 0 is when we're supposed to burn?
Yeah, and you were babbling about 0 infinities again?
Not 0 infinities, infinite infinities. Counting infinities.
I was part of the conversation. I'm pretty sure you said 0 infinities.
We're just gonna burn here. This is it. This is where we're gonna burn.
This is the... Fucking, we'll do it live. Watch this land perfectly.
Boy.
Gee, it's weird. It flipped. Good RCS. RCS.
I don't know what is RCS doing. RCS is
it's doing that thing that it does to you. It loves to do this to you.
Why?
Suicide burn, car insurance, suicide burn. It's still good, it's still good.
We have one engine. Luke, you switched off your targeting computers. Yes! Something is very, very wrong.
Alright, start
here we
mining.
go.
Deploy your mining drills. What is happening? What is this? Are we touching the ground?
Kinda,
God,
yeah.
RCS is on now.
I thought it might help. I don't know.
Are we? I don't. Oh wow! Look at that go. That was neat. I like that at the end, where it just kept going. Wait, the thing was still.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my god! I'm crying. Our solar panel was flying off into the distance. Solar panels.
No, solar panels isn't good SEO, Joe.
The company's worth $1 billion.
Yeah, but he gave him a 50% discount. So.
Oh my god! You ruined the company with your 50% discount. Who authorized that? It's Birdemic, if anyone's wondering what that was.
The riff tracks of Birdemic specifically.
Sort of. He's still, I mean, I guess it's interesting because I watch him you've watched Birdemic, but I watched them through the riff tracks. A lot of the bad movies that I wanted to see, I do on riff tracks because I figure I'll just get them both out of the way. And I wonder, like, what stupid things would I have picked up on if I didn't have the riff tracks there? Would I have noticed that he gave him a 50% discount?
I would not have, probably. I do. The Birdemic is special just because of like how awful the like audio and stuff is. You were on the podcast for one of our viewers' choice things where we did the Invictus movie. Remember that? The ant movie?
Oh, yeah. Why was it called Invictus? Yes, I was on for that.
It might have been called... It had an alternate title. Because Invictus is the common name for the type of...
ant?
The type of ant that they were dealing with, the fire ant.
It's a very noble name for a very terrible movie. So, we're burning.
Yeah. Well, we're high enough where we should be able to kill our speed.
Yes.
We should be able to see our... whatchamacallit? Shadow, because we're still inside of the sun.
We're inside of the sun.
Now we have to look at what we're gonna land on here. This game kind of ruins a lot of movies.
Yeah. There was actually a thread in the sub about that, I think.
Because every movie wants spaceships to fly like an airplane.
Yep.
And it's totally understandable because they do look cooler when they're doing that. But
yeah,
like
that's not how it
doesn't work that way. All right, so I'm gonna try to aim for like
Orbital
this
mechanics are bizarre.
This sort of area in between all these things.
Sure. Also, the thing is, considering the learning, I'm gonna use the phrase learning curve. Maybe it's not right.
That's
Is
fine.
it right?
It's not. There's a whole Freakonomics podcast episode where they tried to get that fixed, and I still don't think anybody's.
What is the term? What should you use?
No, you can say learning curve. The thing is, a steep learning curve is something that you can learn relatively quickly because you get up the curve.
Because of the shallow learning curve of Kerbal. Is that correct?
Yes.
Point being,
except unless you want anybody ever who speaks English to understand you, that's correct.
Point being, like, the way I think about how to get a rocket into space now versus when I started the game is so different. Like, it changes your entire way of thinking about, like, what on earth is happening there. Like, if a director actually did that and wasn't doing, like, a very austere, like, literally, Apollo 13 sort of thing, people would be like, what is this? That doesn't make any sense. Just fire the thing up into space. What are you doing? Why is he going sideways? Like, I would have been there with them. Because, again, when the first time I played this game, I'm like, how hard can this be? You just shoot the thing into space. 800 crashes later.
I don't know. I think I'm too...
Yes?
I don't know, actually.
But you got 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I do. I was expecting details to start popping in, like, now. I'm looking at I'm trying to think if this is the 0, like the distance to this suicide burn, and that's why it's going down, because I'm getting closer to it. I think that's what's happening.
Interesting. So you think you hit it at 0?
Or I'm not going to wait till 0. I'm going to wait till like 100. Maybe.
Yes.
I also don't know if it's calculating like how high we are up off the surface.
I think it is, because this is the thing that has the surface altitude, but look at that. It was too early.
It was. Yeah. That was too early too. Jeez.
Yeah.
Ah! Turn off.
Boing. You don't have to go full bore. You can just sort of...
For the suicide burn, you do.
We're doing a suicide burn?
Yeah.
We're gonna do this forever. Oh my god, it worked. Sort of.
If we don't fall over, it did. Woo! And that's what that looks like.
Ooh, I'm still not wooing. It's still bouncing. Okay. Woo!
Okay.
Let's do some mining. Oh, you know what?
What?
At one point, feverishly in the middle of the night, I woke up and realized something.
What is it?
We don't have heat dissipators.
We don't?
We do have heat dissipators. We didn't put them on the Cover-O-Tron. That's right. And then it turns out we have them on this one. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I've thought about that actually. Okay, are you ready to start drilling?
I am.
Hold on, let's get our screenshot. Wait, which button does the screenshots? Here we go. Let's get our beautiful landed screenshot. Everybody can see. This is what it looks like when you land on the Mun with your Cover-O-Tron and drilling piece. YouTube. Hot Kerbal tips.
Girl's gone wild.
Sexy singles in your area.
Yes! It happened. I said, won't it be funny if this happens?
Ah! No! No! So if things don't work out here, we can, and we do land, we can maybe fly over to this crater.
We're not near a crater bottom.
This whole thing's a crater bottom, and it's got craters in it.
Oh, really?
That's my interpretation, yeah.
From my point of view, the creative bottoms are evil. Getting that audio SEO in there. You're trying to put prequel memes in the keywords.
It's only the stuff close to the beginning, though, Joe. We should just yell about auto insurance a lot at the beginning.
Or say we're sponsored. Welcome to Joe and Al Play Kerbal, brought to you by Geico Auto Insurance. A little bit of time can save you a lot of money.
We're not, though. Is the thing.
It's okay. Just
We're
want the SEO to think we are. Listen, fake it till you make it.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, I think we'll be okay here.
Show me that sweet, sweet ore.
Come on. Yes! Yeah! Woo! Watch it like be done in like 5 minutes. Oh, we need to let's do this too.
Yep, those helps. Those helps.
Those helps. I wish you could like after the fact make hotkeys.
Yeah, those auto things.
Yeah, so you could just push the button for that to happen. But you can't.
Filling up with ore.
Okay, so now we just gotta wait for our ore tank to fill up.
Boy, we are flying up with ore. Oh no.
It's filling up
save?
with ore. No, not yet. Why?
Remember.
Do you want to save real quick?
Let's make sure it doesn't explode.
It has not exploded.
Okay,
we're good.
Yes.
Okay. F5 to save, right?
No. Yes.
Yes.
It's a tap.
And that's
you can
how
tap
you
it.
do it. Yeah, okay. Okay. Or oh, do they stop every time
Apparently, yes.
we run out of? No, they don't.
Apparently not. Ore rate NA?
Did it finish?
Oh, we're warping. You're warping. You're warping. I don't know if it gives you details when you're warping. Well, you love to go to that almost not warping, but still have a little bit of warp on, and then panic. So we are getting a lot of ore. Jesus. And we're not getting enough electric charges. Ugh.
Why isn't our electric charge good enough?
Because we don't have enough battery power to last the night.
We've got, like, all these... We're in the sun right now. Why aren't we going up on the ore? Oh, we are. It's just I'm not warping fast enough.
And there it goes.
So we just have to sit here and babysit, huh?
You're warping. You have a problem. You have a very real problem with warping. You can't just fast forward. Did you see that Click movie?
What? No. Yeah, actually I did.
You can't just fast forward through life, Albert. It's not a viable strategy.
Look at all these batteries we have. What do you want from me? We could... Okay, what if... we turn this on hibernation. Because these guys are also using energy, right?
Yeah. Everything is. I don't know. Sure.
Well, if we hibernate our engines, maybe the battery will last, or not, or like control surfaces, maybe the battery will last longer. Not long enough, though.
Nope. So we get about 432 per...
If we leave it running and go back to the tracking station, do you think we'll get better results?
It's me. Might as well give it a whirl.
Let's fast forward to a point where it's actually in the sun. Maybe it will trick it.
Yes. I like that.
That's how that works. Come on! What is it like? Oh yeah!
Well done, Albert.
It worked! Yeah, suck it!
I don't know that we need to suck anything, but... So
all right, let's fast forward a little bit more and fill up on ore. So that is a nice hack, though. Joe and I'll learn something, and maybe teach you guys.
Speed run.
Just because we're fast forwarding doesn't make it a speed run, Joe. Okay, we can stop mining. Start converting. And let's go back to the Space Center before it figures out that it doesn't have enough power to keep going. I wish there was a way to check on, like, the status of a thing. Our LOX is almost full.
Yep.
So we're going to go back to the tracking station for just a little longer. Fast forward until that fills up. Then come back, turn the converter off, let it fill up the ore tanks, and then take those up to the station.
We're actually doing that this episode.
No, that'll be next episode.
Okay.
So the next episode will be us flying off the surface of the moon, docking with our gas station, transferring the ore, converting the ore, or no, I guess we have to convert it at the space station.
We can fill up our fuel tanks and then fill up with ore.
Do we have ore tanks on the space station?
Beats me. We have it on this thing, though. We can bring ore up there and get more fuel when we land. When we dock.
Yeah, we're full. And we've got plenty of monopropellant. We could worry about that, but let's stop that. The ore is filling up. Once more onto the tracking station. Actually, we probably could just fast forward here now that we were able to turn off the other thing. But oh, no, this prevents us from having to deal with the battery.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a cheap hack.
I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility that we could have something coded into the drill that's like, when you get power again, turn on.
Oh, I know.
So it doesn't seem like a hack to me. That just seems like
something that would be nice if it did on its own?
Yes. Doesn't seem like a cheap hack.
You know what? I gotta say, it was totally worth it to send this up here to get a little bit of fuel off the Mun in like 3 years' time.
Maybe we should try scanning next episode. Or an episode.
We did send all those satellites up. We should have put some scanners on them.
That's an interesting point. Yeah.
I don't know if the scanner has to be connected to the thing or if it can have the info.
Look into that.
All right, our ore canisters appear to be full. Our gas tank is full. We are retracting. Ah, get on there. Yep. And that's gonna do it for this week. We gotta get from there on the surface where we are to here. Let's fly this bad boy. You gotta fly all this ore up to our Mun space station, which has no converter.
Yes.
So we're gonna convert it while we're docked? That won't work, Joe. Wait.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so the ore is on a separate part from the Covert-O-Tron, so we're gonna have to dock the ore and then will the Covert-O-Tron convert it if it's also docked?
Yeah. It's all one chip once they dock.
Okay.
But we do have to
we have
dock
to dock
separately
two
because
things
of the stupidity of our stupid.
You know, we
assuming
should take up another piece so that we
eventually
can have more docking. Or just a different lander. Maybe we just completely design the lander from scratch again.
We can do that.
It has more batteries. It has better, like, wider landing
but
base.
when we get to the batteries, I'm going to say, you want more batteries? And you're going to say, nah, that's fine. And then move past that entire thing.
We can actually calculate the length of the lunar night and the capacity of the battery.
We're not going to do that.
But we're not going to. We are going to thank you guys for watching and ask you to like and subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Leave a comment on this video. Tell us what you think we could have done better other than the stuff we already obviously know about.
Goodbye, all. Love your comments. Love your support.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. If you like the things that we make, you should consider becoming a patron over on patreon.com. There should be a link up on your screen right now or in the description of this video. Click it, go to Patreon, and help us make awesome stuff.